We are starting off with something I call the freeze warning, and this is poorly understood. If more people understood this, they would not get bitten. I have avoided dog bites for over 30 years because I understand this pattern, and I am going to teach it to you right now. What is a freeze warning? This is dog body language for stop, please stop what you're doing. But it's often silent. And that confuses people because so often we're expecting a dog to growl when they're upset. But a lot of dogs don't. Just like a lot of people won't say, hey, stop it, when they're really upset. They're genuinely in distress, but they're not going to threaten. That's not how they operate. Same with a dog. They're going to show you a lot of very easy to read signs that they are in deep distress with or without a growl. And key, this happens before the aggression happens most of the time. All right? So when you understand this, you will see it before the bite happens. So you won't get bitten, a guest or a child won't get bitten, and your child won't have that terrible memory. And your dog won't be a biter, and you won't have to take action on that in all likelihood. So this is my big thing. Everyone needs to learn how to read dogs. So let's get started. Here we go. We start with the face. And literally, the nose and the eyes are pointing in different directions. They're not lined up. All right? So the nose is pointing east and the eyes are rolling southeast. Once you see that out of alignment, you know the dog is distressed in some way. They could also be being playful, but that's a whole different set of behaviors and you can normally see it. This, when the dog is frozen and not moving and their eyes and nose point differently, we have a problem. Look at the eyes. We're looking for a sidelong glance. You will see the white of the eyes on one side of the eyeball because their face is frozen, they're looking forward, and then they're looking off to the side. And that sidelong glance gives you that white of the eyes on one side. Also, look at the ears. They are often sideways, they're tense, they might be pinned back. In floppy-eared dogs, and we're going to see this in a minute, there gets to be sort of valley down the middle where the ear is, where they're very tense, and the inner lip starts to show, but I'll show you that in a minute. Usually, the mouth is closed, just like it is for us. We're not smiling when we're upset. Our mouth gets closed, and so does the dog. When they're really getting close to aggression, their whiskers will flash forward. You'll see them. Normally they sort of lay back, and when they start to stick out, that's happening because the muscles in the front of their muzzle are beginning to tense up and what I call bunch up. They get round, and as they get round, all those muscles get tight, the whiskers start to stick out, and that is a telltale sign that I always respect. And when you start to be able to see that in action, you'll be able to avoid any kind of aggression that comes after that. There's all kinds of aggression in this world, but for freeze warnings, the whiskers are a dead giveaway. Another thing that happens is that the stance will often change. Here, this little dog is sort of hunching down. That's what we do too when we get distressed and we're tense, is we can hunch down and our heads will lower. All of that is a sign that the dog is stressed in some way. A little leg bend there can also happen if a dog is feeling distressed and is a little submissive too. That's a dog who really wants whatever is happening to stop. So let's look at a contrast. Here's a little Chihuahua whose face and eyes are aligned, right? They're looking in the same direction. Great. We don't see any whites of the eye. Now, this could have been photoshopped, I'm not sure. But in any case, when a dog is looking straight at you, you'll see no whites, or you'll see whites evenly around the eye. It won't be more one side than the other. The ears are forward, relaxed, or they're a polite back, which isn't pinned back, all right? And the mouth is open. They're smiling. Sometimes the mouth will be closed if they're alert about something, like if you have a biscuit, their mouth might be closed because they're excited. But if a dog's mouth is opened most of the time, that means that dog is relaxed. And the stance is upright, right? So the dog is feeling more comfortable. They're not hunched over. This dog looks very relaxed. See the difference? Right? Take a look. Now you can really see that difference. The nose is pointing in one direction. The eyes are rolling off to the left. Here and on the right, they're straightforward, right? It's straightforward. That's where that term comes from, to be straightforward, right? Is to be authentic. So much of our language is body language. And I'm going to go over that a lot in these presentations. And I think it's kind of fun that we see eye to eye, right? We see eye to eye. We go toe to toe. It's all in there. You already know this. You just have to know that you know this. All right, let's do another one. Here's a Labrador of type. Look at the eyes and the nose. Are the eyes looking in the same direction as the nose? Nope. Do we have white of the eye showing on one side? Yes, we do. How about the ears? They don't look relaxed. One is his right ear on the left, depending on how you want to look at that, is beginning to get clamped against the head, and you can see the lip of the inner ear beginning to show. You'll see that more often. And look at those whiskers. You can see them clearly beginning to be pulled out. The mouth is closed and the head looks lowered. This dog is stressed or tense for some reason. How about this goober? This looks like a dog who's all ready to go for a walk, a happy camper. The nose is aligned with the eyes. There's no white showing. The ears are relaxed. We don't have any valley being formed. The mouth is open. The head's ready, is up. This dog is ready to go. Happy, happy dog. See the difference? Right? You're getting eyes for this. Let's do it again. Here's a boxer. Are the eyes and the nose aligned? No, they are not. Do we have white of the eye showing on one side? Yes, we do. Big time. How about the ears? We can't see one ear, but the ear we can see, we're seeing that inside edge. That inside edge begins to be exposed when the tension in the ear creates a valley down the center, and as that valley is formed, that inner lip pops up. So that's a sign I look for all the time. And the head looks like it's lowered to me. How about this dog? Right? Happy guy. The head, the nose, and the eyes are aligned. There's even white on both sides. The ears are relaxed. The mouth is open and relaxed. And the head is upright. Right? Now you can see it. Big difference. But not every eye roll is dangerous. Just like people, expressions mean different things. You need to take it in context. Here's a dog who is looking up at you and just watching you, or he has been trained to put his head down. So his head's locked down. He's looking up because he's being obedient. But I don't see any other particular tension in this dog, so I wouldn't be worried. You always want to take it in context. All right, and not every straightforward dog is friendly. Just like not every straightforward person is friendly. The more this dog, the eyes and the nose are aligned because this dog is feeling very confident about their aggression, as it were. So baring the teeth, so you can see the dog saying, see what I got? This is what I got. And when a dog is confident, about it, they will be aligned. But those dogs generally you won't miss because they'll be doing this. They'll be growling, they'll be baring their teeth. You'll see that coming. It's the dogs that are out of alignment that most people miss. So I have faith that you will see this. Now, please respect the dog, right? I had a client years ago that the dog would do this and she would kiss the dog's teeth. Do not ask me. I don't understand to this day why she would do that. It seems so disrespectful to me. But she really loved the dogs. I don't know what was going on there. But to me, that was crazy. All right? Don't do crazy things. And just like people, just like us, right? Dogs react differently to different situations. Here is this dog being nice and relaxed, loves this guy. Guy's head is on the dog's head. Dog's ears are flat, which means relaxed. The mouth is open. The eyes and the nose are aligned. The head's up. He's leaning into the guy. Happy camper. Same dog. Next picture. Doesn't look happy. Right? Eyes and nose out of alignment. We've got white around the eye. The ears do not look relaxed. The mouth is closed. The muzzle's beginning to bunch. Is it a reaction to the camera? Is it stress about the child? We will never know. What we do know is if this was my dog and I looked over and I saw this, I would be changing something fast. And I would be doing it in a nice, happy tone of voice. Come on, Buster, let's go, ha ha. Or I'd come over and scoop up the child or whatever, because I would respect that this dog was telling me something important at that moment, which is I might have been fine a minute ago. I'm not fine right now. Please help me. See the difference? So just like us, dogs have a range of emotions. And just like us, they like and dislike people for their own reasons. You don't have to read too much into it. All right? Just like us, something can happen that changes their emotions in an instant. Something can fall over. Somebody can come around the corner suddenly. A food can be dropped. Whatever. Things can change in seconds. So it doesn't count what your dog was like 5 minutes ago. It only matters what your dog is like now. And now that you know how to read some of their stress signs, the very best thing you can do for a dog is believe them. If we could all just start believing them, seeing it first, and then believing them when we see that they are stressed, dog bites would plummet, absolutely plummet. I know that because I have avoided so many bites in the last few decades by understanding and respecting the dog. All right, if they tell me I'm tense, I say, I hear you and I will help you because I love them. And that's what we do when we love something. We hear them and we help them. So this is the completion of our first presentation. Next up is 5 be careful situations with dogs that everyone needs to know to avoid common bites. I look forward to seeing you there.